Juan. 3. All right. That was a terrible intro. Welcome to another episode of the Patchy Beers podcast.
Yes.
I want to begin by saying disclaimer. This episode will contain a ton of Jonathan's coughs, so just ignore him completely. I won't act like it's not even happening. Example and exhibit A.
It's happening.
Yeah,
Man,
but
it's just hot in this room.
I'm sweating, dude.
Like,
it's always hot.
I'm sweating right now.
No, but today's like extra hot, man. It's like I could feel that my sweat has sweat.
We'll try, unbuttoning one of those buttons you got, bro.
Yeah, bro, come
You
on.
still
Show a little
buttoned
bit of
on?
I only got
skin,
3
bro.
buttons, man.
Let
Hey,
loose.
all you need is one.
Work day is over, brother.
Yeah, bro.
Call
Guys,
me Mr. Buttons, bro.
Show a little skin.
As you guys can tell, we already downgraded. We're back to our crappy basic table.
Yeah, someone stole the table that we stole.
Mhm. Our upgrades only lasted 2 episodes.
Yeah, man, and it looked really, really legit for a bit, but we're back to basics, I guess, and back to looking like a ghetto podcast, trying to pretend.
Make our way through.
Yeah, but thanks to those of you who stick with us through all the ghetto-ness and all the crappiness that we give to you on a weekly basis.
You guys are the real MVPs.
At my new job, somehow the podcast got brought up.
Already?
Bro, I brought it up my first day.
Hi, my name is Matthew. I host a weekly show with my friends called the Patchy Beards.
And you know what they said? That's exactly what I did. And you know what they said? Nothing. They didn't even acknowledge it.
Because you're like nobody there.
It wasn't
You're
even
like,
acknowledged.
Okay, you weirdo.
And then it got brought up again today, and they acknowledged it. So I guess I moved up.
Wow.
And they said, "Oh yeah, like does it have a lot of followers?" And I thought about how many followers and subscribers we have, and I lied.
No.
I said, "Yeah, we have like a couple hundred that listen to us." But we just started. We've only been doing it for like 2-3 months. To maybe entice him to watch. He's like, "Oh, bro, that's so cool. That's awesome." Anyway. And he just, bro, like the podcast means nothing to that guy, bro.
He probably doesn't listen to podcasts.
I mean, he's like a 40-something-year-old.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
But he seems like he would be into the podcast.
Really?
His son is 21 and he works with us. Bro, and he talks to his son like how I talk to you guys.
Yeah.
He might, but some people just don't even know what podcasts are, or they just...
My
A
sister-in-law.
lot of people don't know what podcasts are.
My sister-in-law didn't even know what a podcast, what a podcast was. And she was like, so people just like listen to it? I'm like, yeah. That's exactly what a podcast is
Yeah, a lot of people
for.
just skip over that podcast app. They're like, what the heck is this random app that's
They delete
always
it.
on my phone?
People delete it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been guilty of that though.
You delete it?
No, I have it on my phone now.
Yeah, you better have it.
Yeah, but
I mean, you're not completely lying, though. We have 100 plus, so you can technically
On our
say
Instagram.
couple
we have
hundred
100
maybe.
plus followers, man.
Nah, but we need to get on the plans that we've been talking about. For those of you listening, we got some things coming your way in the future.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't want to stay stagnant and stay at where we're at. We're appreciative of all your all the people following and all your support, but we want to expand this as far as we can. So be on the lookout for some things to come in the future. And once again, shout out to Angela. We'll get into that.
Angela.
Shout out, Angela.
We'll get into that later.
We're just not going to say it on the record because every time we say something on the record, we never do it.
But
So
that's
it's just-
one way to actually get it done is to throw yourself out there, throw yourself under the bus. That way you're forced to kind of do it. So
Well,
now we look like idiots if we don't do anything.
yeah, we already kind of put it on the record.
And
We're
even
gonna
if we
something.
do something, it'll probably come out bad. So we'll look like idiots anyways. There's no winning with us. But
We got something cool going on. Let's just say that.
yeah, but a lot has happened. If you
In the
guys
pop
follow
culture
us,
world.
you guys follow us on Instagram and saw the stories, you already know what happened. But we got the special episode for that coming up later. But other than that, also with on the media side of things, huge teaser came out for Star Wars. And
Yes.
my boy John over here is a huge Star Wars buff.
Take the floor.
Yeah, so this is your wheelhouse here, bro.
Star Wars, I will talk.
Your
Yes.
thoughts?
Tell you about Star Wars, I will. I think I might just say the whole thing in the voice.
Don't.
Could you do that?
Rise of Skywalker. I said Skywalker.
You already
The sty on your eye.
You already failed.
I feel the force, and it's your eye.
That's probably straining your voice even more than
The cough I have
it needs to be.
good does not feel. No, that hurts. I'm gonna stop. Jesus,
Yo,
Jesus.
You sound like Yoda when he was about to die.
Yesterday, I was sitting next to this guy, bro, and I said something, and he started laughing, and he coughed. I think it was the hardest cough that I've ever seen any person do, bro. His face is saying "cho," bro. Like his face was like, his eyes were immediately red. His nostrils flared. I was like, bro, you're gonna die,
Get
bro.
an aneurysm up there.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, I'm dying. But anyways, going back to Star Wars really quick, I'm just gonna mention the fact that new movie's gonna come out, Episode 9. If you haven't seen it,
it came out.
yeah, it's about time. It's been what, 2 years now?
Thank God.
For another episode. And I think they're gonna stop after this movie, stop with the trilogies and the whole sagas and stuff. And just
like,
make side stories.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, do you know why, or you just as like?
Well,
a
they've been
hunch
saying
you
it's
have?
the end of the saga, like end of this whole.
Oh,
Star
like
Wars.
that's it. 9 episodes. They might as well just do 10.
Yeah, why'd leave it at an odd number?
I thought they were gonna do another trilogy after this trilogy.
Yeah,
Well,
but I guess it would be off of a new story, right? Like
Yeah,
a
it would
new
be-
different
yeah.
side story, like a
Yeah.
spinoff,
I know that they're doing side stories,
like a spinoff.
like spin-offs of other things and stuff. Like they're doing the Mandalorian. And now that Disney Plus
But
is
that's on
coming
Disney
out,
Plus.
bro. Disney Plus,
I'm
have you
not
seen
mad
all the
about
stuff
The
that they're coming out
Mandalorian.
with,
No,
bro?
because I literally don't care about Disney Plus.
They're coming out with a spin-off series. It's called Wanda and Vision. Then they're coming out
Was
with
Wanda and Vision?
Wanda Maximoff, Scarlet Witch, in Vision, a spin-off
Oh,
series.
Wanda and Vision.
Of them.
Wanda and Vision, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh, come on.
They're
They killed it
doing, what else was it that they're doing?
Multiple pairs of Avengers.
multiple pairs of Avengers. Like
That's whack.
A side thing with them. That's crazy,
I don't
man.
know. It sounds like they're gonna like kind of.
I feel like they're gonna ruin it a bit.
Sitcom itify it. That's not a word,
if that's
obviously,
a
but they're
word,
gonna make
yeah.
it look like a sitcom.
But I think they're just trying to juice everything they can.
My chair is in the way.
They're gonna juice everything they can out of Marvel and
that's
everything.
gonna be the death of it.
Well, yeah, I hope they don't.
That's
like,
gonna be
ruin
the death
product
of it.
That's
because
when
of that.
DC is gonna be on the rise.
Like that makes no sense if they're gonna end the Avengers with Endgame, and then they're gonna do spin-offs of pairs. And Falcon and Winter Soldier is like the stupidest pair because they do nothing together in the Avengers.
False. I think the stupidest one would be Mr. Arrow guy. I forgot his name.
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye and
Widow.
yeah, Widow. I think that no one watched.
They're doing
crap.
that?
They might be. I wouldn't be
Well, I
surprised.
wouldn't.
That'd be
would steer
stupid.
clear
And he's
from
not
that.
even Hawkeye anymore. He's Ronin.
Ronin. Yeah. But you know what? I'm a huge like comic book, like sci-fi person.
Mhm.
And I just love like thinking if I could live in one of those universes. If you had to pick one of those universes to live in, where would you live in?
Well, let me ask you this though. We have powers in that world, or we're human?
Well, you have to pick like for example, if you would rather live in the Star Wars place, you'd have the abilities available in the Star Wars
Yeah,
universe.
so like no, that's what I'm saying. Like whatever universe it is, I have powers according to that universe.
yeah.
Okay, the reason why I ask is because if I'm human, I don't want to be in the Marvel or DC thing.
Yeah, because they be
'Cause
killing
I'm
people
u-
off by the millions. In that
I'm
universe.
useless, bro.
Yeah.
I literally cannot do anything. At least with Star Wars, a human can do a lot. You don't got no force, but you got blasters.
No, but you can
you got blasters.
that's
You
true.
got
you could be a bounty
know,
hunter.
yeah. But after we did the Void and this guy comes out, I felt human for real.
Tell me not, man.
Yeah.
Tell me not.
I would want to be in the Marvel universe just because I just love all of those characters. I would love to be a part of the Avengers. That'd be great. And if I had to choose a Avenger to be, man, Doctor Strange.
For real?
Probably.
That's a strange answer.
Like Doctor Strange because I feel like Doctor Strange has more like, how do I say it? He's diversified his powers more than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense?
No.
Like, Doctor Strange can do so much because he has magic. Like, magic is like, whatever it is, like,
Yeah.
it has no
Potential.
limits.
Yeah. Yeah, I
guess.
guess so. For me, it'd be more of I mean, it's kind of hard to pass up on the Star Wars universe. I feel like that's one of the best universes ever created, by a storyteller. Other than that, I'd probably go to more of the anime side, like something like Dragon Ball or
Naruto.
or yeah, Naruto. One of those comic book worlds. Yeah, I guess I'm just not that huge into comic books. The only reason I would choose one of those is if I had the powers to be in like a part of that universe.
I get it.
And survive being a human. Yeah, that would suck.
But you're choosing
That
Star
would
Wars.
suck.
Star Wars.
I
is
think
your
I would.
number one.
Yeah, I'd go with Star
too?
Wars.
You too,
number
Johnny?
one.
Yeah, I mean,
100%.
I would be between Star Wars or like the DC universe. DC universe if I had powers.
Yeah, if I have powers, for sure, I'm choosing any of those two.
Speaking of DC, bro, has anyone seen Shazam?
You saw it,
Yeah, I saw it.
and I heard everybody talk about it. So I can tell
Really?
you, I can tell you the secondhand
I
stories
saw
of
it
everybody.
Saturday morning at 4 a.m. Like on my phone. Like I just found a website and they were streaming the movie, and I ended up watching it, and I had a lot of mixed feelings about the
It had a
movie.
90% Rotten Tomatoes.
It was
let me just
a
go ahead
great
and just start
rating
with
on Rotten
that.
Tomatoes.
Audience?
Audience was like a 80, 70 something.
It was
But-
enjoyable from what I heard.
But what this is what happened with Shazam in my opinion, I guess. I was talking to a friend of ours about it, and I told him, I was like, I saw the movie and I loved it. But then the more I thought about the movie and the more I started thinking about it, the less I started to like it.
Why so?
And like the more I talk about it, the more like I started thinking about it, the less I liked it, just because I loved the dark version of DC. Shazam is the complete opposite.
It's like a
of it.
Marvel,
It's a Marvel
like a
movie.
Guardian Galaxy, Thor, Ragnarok.
and that's one of the exactly same things that I hated about Justice League. That the beginning of the movie had a super dark tone, and right after it just turned happy Marvel.
Yeah, they
Friendly
didn't play
stuff.
to their
Yeah,
strengths there.
but they have reasons for that too, which I always say.
ratings.
But isn't
No.
Shazam supposed to be like that though?
He is because he's a kid.
Yeah.
But also what I didn't like was the actor they chose. Zachary
Zachary
Levi.
Levi.
Me and Matthew were watching a video of this guy.
Just his
This
acting
guy
in general.
is
Super skinny, bro.
super skinny.
Oh, yeah.
And the Shazam suit's like huge.
Yeah, we talked about this. Yeah, like they just put on a buff suit basically.
Yeah.
But according to our friend, the same friend he's talking about, they recognized that it wasn't his body, but that it didn't look out
didn't
of
look that
place.
bad,
Like
yeah.
it didn't look out of like it still looked normal, quote unquote.
quote unquote. Yeah.
I'd say compared to the superheroes nowadays, that looks pretty bad. If we're talking like 1990s, like early 2000s superhero actors, like
Well, a lot of
okay,
them are
that'll
just
fit in
getting
there.
built
Yeah.
for
But
it.
bro, like him, you put him next to Henry
Superman,
Cavill,
bro. Dude, Henry Cavill's suit
dude.
looks like it's just like latex pressed onto his muscles.
Exactly.
Bro,
The dude's
If
legit
I was Zachary
jacked.
Levi and I was looking for any reason to inject steroids into my body,
That would've been it.
Shazam would have been the moment
Oh,
right there.
yeah,
like
for
this
sure.
justifies
Bro,
me
if you look at
injecting
Shazam
steroids.
in the comics and stuff, bro, that guy's huge.
He's
He's
literally
bigger than Superman.
I was about to say he literally looks exactly like Superman.
Man. And that's
And
one
he
of the
actually
things.
he was Captain Marvel
Captain Marvel, yeah.
He
And then
was Captain
'cause
Marvel,
of
and they changed the
issues
name.
and They changed it to Shazam and stuff.
to Shazam.
But what I didn't like is like we were talking about his neck is so skinny and his body in the movie is huge. So it looks weird. Like it looks like he has
it's not
no
huge, it's
traps.
huge.
He has like no traps at all. And so like it just made his body look weird. And the more I started thinking about stuff like that, the less I started liking it. Like the character they chose for it. The story was okay. Like the story was, in my opinion,
it was
kinda
enjoyable.
it was enjoyable. But it was kind of predictable too. And then like that was just my pet peeve because comparing it to previous DC movies I liked and stuff like that kind of just killed it for me. But overall, like our friend was saying, like it is a step in the right direction since they're gonna change the whole tone of things. Aquaman, I think, was the first right step into the right direction.
There was things about it that I didn't like, but I enjoyed the movie overall. It was good.
Like man, those initial, like, I know they're not a part of the DC universe that's being created now, but those Christopher Nolan Batmans, like, I felt like it was like it embodied DC perfectly. But I guess when you try to bring other characters into the fray,
They don't fit in that.
it can't. Yeah, it's impossible because you gotta have the interaction between the characters, and you can't keep it stale like that all the
Well,
time.
the thing about it too, and this is what I was saying about the Christopher Nolan movies, is that it's those are like realistic.
Yeah, if Batman was real, that's how.
Yeah,
it would be.
but it's like Shazam's not real, Superman's not real, Green Lantern's not real. In that type of like in
Right,
that
yeah.
perspective.
Yeah, that
You know
makes
what I'm saying?
sense.
So it's like what are you gonna do? Like he can fly, but he can't fly. He uses a jetpack to fly or something.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
It became less
makes no
like
sense.
dark,
which I'm
dark
okay
action, and it became more like fantastical stuff.
with. Yeah,
when
which
Superman
they
got
kind of have to
introduced.
do, and I'm okay with.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it because at the end of the day, they are literally the results of imagination.
yeah.
Like they are the results of fantasy.
By the way,
imagination.
your thoughts on the teaser? You didn't really say anything about it.
Oh,
You like Palpatine being reintroduced into the story? Or?
Okay, so my opinion about the trailer, I loved it. I freaked out. My dad was showing me, and like I fangirled, like completely. I was like, oh my god, it's coming! It's coming! Oh my god! And then like once they gave the title, like the way it was presented to me just made the whole experience like even better. The Palpatine thing, honestly, I love it.
Yeah.
Because Palpatine is now the bridge to every single trilogy.
Yeah.
From the prequels, he is the Senate, and then from the 4, 5, 6, he's the Emperor, and then now he's gonna play whatever.
Shadows.
Yeah, he's gonna play whatever part he's playing. You
think he's actually alive though, or you think it's like a
like his essence or something.
like the Force being manifested in a
Bad way.
I wouldn't be surprised if physically he's alive. Just because same thing happened with Darth Maul. He got
Darth
cut
Maul,
in half.
same exact.
He
thing,
fell
yeah.
down a shaft, and then they brought him back.
Yeah.
The power lies in the hands of whoever wrote the thing. So honestly, it could be a ghost spirit of his. It could be him alive physically. It doesn't matter. However they fit him into the story, I think they're gonna make it work it out. Because J.J. Abrams is directing this one now too.
Yeah, I guess that's one thing that has my hopes a little higher for this one. The fact that he's directing it. So, hopefully this ends the trilogy on a positive note and doesn't leave a sour taste in people's mouths, because that wouldn't be a good sign for the Star Wars franchise going forward. Although they got a lot of stuff going on, bro. That new ride at Disney and all that. Yeah. So.
Yes, man. I definitely want to ride there. I did the Millennium Falcon one.
No, I haven't. I haven't been to Disney in ages, bro.
No, they haven't. They haven't made it yet. They're actually building it for Galaxy's Edge. You go into the Millennium Falcon, and I think you have like one of 4 options. You could be the pilot, like Han Solo, Chewie Spot, the navigator, or you could be one of the 2 gunners. Like
I'm choosing a gun immediately.
Yeah, I would choose a gun too.
I don't even care about anything else.
Yeah,
than
if
that.
it's any way like the movie is, because the whole thing moves. When you're
Yeah,
gonna-
the
and
whole
I'm
thing is in it.
Pretty sure they have the budget to do something like that anyway.
They have to. If they're gonna make it like a world, like a realistic thing.
And there's so much money to be made out of that.
Word. On unrelated news, legit, I'm completely changing the subject. Byron came back from Italy.
Byron!
And by Italy, I mean Georgia.
Georgia Italy.
Dude,
I can't even pronounce it.
Georgia Italy?
Georgility.
Georgility. We knew that Byron wasn't going to be with us, right? And I had a conversation with Byron. And he told me he was going to be gone or whatever. He was, he's going to miss a couple episodes, nothing too crazy. And I remember you telling me that you were going to one of the states. I don't remember which one it was, but I knew it was here. And Johnny over here tells me, bro, he's backpacking in Italy right now.
Yeah,
he's
man.
backpacking across Europe. You don't know how many people I told that to, bro.
Oh my god.
I told it to
Yeah.
my wife, and I'm legit, and I was like on Instagram, and I'm looking at the IG stories, and I'm like, bro, this looks nothing like Italy, bro.
Looks a little too swampy.
It was because
and I kept seeing Georgia, so I'm like, where is it? Like, is he in Georgia? Like the actual like country Georgia, whatever. Is he in Georgia? Like, did he end up somewhere there? He's in actual Georgia, or is he in Georgia?
It was that
the state.
After whenever he had that
me, bro.
conversation with him, I was having a separate conversation with him, and he was telling me, he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be going to like Italy, and I'm gonna be like backpacking, but he's like not really backpacking and stuff." And I was like, "Bro, that's awesome. That's cool, man." And next thing you know, I found out he left. So I was like, "Oh, so he went to Italy." So Matthew's telling me, he's like, "Yeah, Byron's not coming. He's going to Georgia." I was like, "No, he's going to Italy."
Yeah,
he just told me.
But Byron told me that other people were telling him that he went to Italy.
Yeah, like the only two people I told was Matthew and my brother. Come to find out, like people I don't even talk to was like, "Yeah, my Byron's in Italy." I was like, "He told you too, right?" Like, great. I was like, it doesn't make me look like a liar. Cool,
bro. We were thoroughly confused, bro. We didn't know where you were, dude.
It was my brother telling everybody too. Well, both of them apparently.
No,
he said
no. I told my wife, and I told I think I just told my wife, to be honest. But I was like, "What is going on here? Where is this guy at?"
Yeah, man. Like,
yeah, I bet when you came back, they're like, "Oh, ¿cómo fue Italia? Wow,
I know.
Byron."
Buonasera.
I want to go to Australia. Yo, I had a friend who went to Australia. And she rented out like a Volkswagen bus, like like those bus,
like the old buggies, like the old school.
Yeah,
ones?
like it wasn't a Volkswagen, but it was something that looked like that.
Yeah,
and it had a bed in the back, and all they did was, bro, they just drove everywhere, and they just slept on the street.
I would do the same thing.
I want to do that.
Well,
in Australia though.
In Australia,
yeah, that's exactly what I was like. Hold on, maybe.
What do you mean? What's gonna?
Bro,
what do you
first
mean?
of all, we're not Australian.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know the good areas in
Exactly.
Australia.
What are you talking about?
There's good and bad places.
Only
everywhere.
As long as you stay in the shore, there's nowhere else to go.
No, but
Everybody lives on the
I'm
coast.
talking about people. Like, I don't know if I would trust people.
I mean, I've
So
seen.
You're not
many
talking
videos.
about like the scenic route, like trying to drive through all the
Like the
rural
coast?
areas of Australia.
Oh no,
because
no.
something happens to you there,
That's death.
You're screwed.
No. They
have
drove
some of the
They
most
drove through
dangerous-
all the cities. They drove through all the cities.
Yeah, because only like a very small percentage of Australia is actually populated, which is kind of crazy. Like they all
I
live
think
in like
90% of
260
the land is inhabited.
Yeah, like all the interior is just
But I've
wasteland.
seen. I mean, you take
Really?
YouTube with a grain of salt. But I've seen many videos and testimonials of people going to Australia, and it's like beautiful. It's
Beautiful?
amazing. Like they're like, dude, this is like great. Like Brisbane.
Sydney.
Sydney, Melbourne, like they're
Yeah.
like, dude, like those are like amazing places to go. So I'm like, bro, I want to go, man. I want to freaking go.
I'd like to go to Australia, but I think one of my dream vacations would be to go to Bora Bora
I want to go there or Fiji
or just any of the places that have
has
the house
white-
on the water.
Oh yeah, the house on the water,
Bro,
Aruba.
Aruba, yeah, Aruba has that too.
I want to go to Bali,
Bali? Where's that at?
Indonesia.
Oh.
I saw some influencers that went there, and bro, you could rent like a mansion, bro. I think it's like $1 is like $1,000 over there or something. It's something crazy. Like
For
that.
real?
Yeah, it's something crazy.
For those of you listening, we all just stayed silent because Byron was shaking his head no the whole time. And we're trying to figure
I was
out
like, are
whether
you
it's in
disagreeing with
disagreement.
him?
Are you disagreeing
Or
with my
like, no,
information,
like, wow,
or do
that's
you know
crazy.
information that is true that I don't know?
Okay.
Okay,
It looked like a disapproving no. Like,
yeah,
no,
like no,
you're
bro,
wrong. You're wrong.
You're talking out of your booty cheeks
Yeah.
right now. All right. I don't know exactly the amount. I just know that it's a lot. Okay, that's all I can say. Byron, I'm sure is gonna Google it. Bali, Bali.
Tonak.
For me, it'd be Europe.
For sure. Your sister.
I haven't been there in a while, and there's a lot of
you
countries
went to
out there.
Europe?
In a while.
Yeah, Italy.
You went to Europe?
Yeah,
You did?
yeah. When I was a child.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't you guys have family there?
No.
No. Okay, then it's
But we
somebody
have
else.
some family friends over there.
Oh,
but not
okay.
family members.
Because I know your sister went. There was with some random people.
Yeah, they're like longtime family friends.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
Spain. I would love to go to Spain.
I want to go to Portugal.
Spain.
Which
Spain's
reminds me,
beautiful.
I ate paella the other day
Mm.
in a Spaniard restaurant, and I had squid ink paella. So it was all black, like super black. Bro,
You into it?
oh, it tasted great. But it, like, my teeth is all black.
And your poop was black.
Bro, everything was black. And bro, legit, bro. I take that deuce, dude. I look back, I'm like, yo, it looked like a squid just came straight out of my booty hole.
You
bro.
look like you just expelled a demon out of your body. Like you just black guts.
Like the squid was still alive in my anus and was just squirting ink out of my anus. Like I became a living squid, a human squid. Bro, the toilet paper, bro,
black.
Dude, and it lasted for 3 days, bro. Every time I'd poop, black. I'm like, oh my God.
Bro, imagine people who eat that on the daily.
That's some strong substance.
Bro, people do that.
Yeah.
Like, I love octopus.
You know,
don't get me wrong.
Yeah, me too.
But like,
I love octopus,
to eat food on a daily that's always going to make me feel like that.
Dude, I love octopus.
I feel like I'd rather.
Feel like what, though? What are you talking about? It gives you have bad stomach when it comes to seafood like that? Or
Depends. Like, if it's like raw fish, like I'm eating sushi and it's raw, like it's not cooked sushi.
Like sashimi?
Bro, forget it.
Bro,
like,
I could kill some raw fish,
I would
bro.
die,
Bro?
man.
If it's, you know,
sashimi?
good. Yeah.
Like raw salmon?
Yeah. Or tuna.
That's like, what's that called? Poke. Yeah, like a poke bowl. It's rice, vegetables, and raw tuna. You would love that then. I want to try it because I love tuna. I never tried raw tuna, but I definitely want. I mean, I've tried what is it? Mahi, which is tuna. It's raw tuna. So
yeah, that's good too. Man.
So that's banging.
I can't
really
do
good.
raw stuff, and
you know what I tried?
I tested that theory out. Because when me and my girlfriend, before we got together, I knew she loved sushi.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, all right, I'll take her to a sushi place.
Mm-hmm.
We went to a sushi place. I ordered sushi. I ordered like a California roll, something simple. Bad idea. Like I took her home and I was like, oh, so yeah, great time. All right, good night. See you later. The whole ride home, like holding my stomach. I was like, oh, so good. When I get home, just letting it out and stuff. I can't do raw stuff. It jacks up my stomach.
Bro, I remind you. Someone else sent in a poop story, but they didn't send it in. They just told me in person. A coworker of mine, he had a job interview, right? And he was drinking out the night before. And when you drink, the day after, you get like your stomach's
hungover? Terrible.
Your stomach is like really weak. So you be like water out of your booty hole like for a good amount of time. So he had a job interview though that day, and he was going to the job interview and he started feeling the pains. And he's like, oh dang, like he was trying to hold it and it got really bad, but he didn't want to seem like when he got there, like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. Oh, where's your bathroom? Like he didn't want to come off like that.
Yeah,
so he tried his best to hold it in. He went through the job interview process and he left. But as he was like on his way home, he was at a stoplight and he said he felt a fart coming and
he let
it out, bro. And bro, like embajre, bro. He said like he said it wasn't like a turd, bro. He said it flowed out of him like a waterfall, bro. And it just kept, bro. Like he said, once it started coming out, he said it felt so good. That he just let it go, bro.
He just kept pushing it out.
He just kept going, bro. He was at a stoplight. He said he was like, oh,
oh my God.
I don't think his windows were that tinted either.
That car lost more than half its value right there.
It lost all its value because I don't care anymore.
Jesus. Bro, yeah. So he called up his girl and he told her what happened. And when he got home, she was waiting for him outside, laughing at him and yelling it out to the whole, like, oh my God.
Yikes, bro.
But yeah, that was hilarious.
Have you guys seen like any bad interview, like things like that?
Like in real life?
Yeah, like in real life.
Like bad job interviews?
Like bad like scenarios with a job interview.
Not in person. No.
Dude, at my last job, they would hire every day. Like they would have interviews every single day. Like there was not a day that I would go to the lobby where there wasn't somebody, interviewing. One day, at that job, you had used a key card. You key in the first door, you walk through that door, and then you have to key in a second revolving door. So it's like a 2 verification process. So a lot of guests, like if the first door was open, they would go without swiping. So one time, some lady swiped her badge. She went to the first door, and some guy, he was in a suit, with his little leather folder thing. He walked through the door and she swiped her badge to go through the protocol, like through the revolving door. And he squeezed in, right, bro?
Oh,
First,
man.
the door like got stuck on his chest. The revolving
He
door
got stuck in the middle?
He was like, yeah, and like it makes a noise like when the revolving door, like 'cause the movie goes, ah, ah, ah. So it does that first, and then the revolving door does, it stops and then it goes back. So you have to walk back and then swipe again. So they got out. She swiped again, and he jumped in again. And then the girl's like, you can't be in here. You can't be in here. And it stopped. It stopped again, bro. And he like pushed back a little bit. He broke the revolving door.
Oh.
And this was an interview.
Bro, he was here for an interview. Bro, and this what he did, right? He walked outside, or he walked back out. And the security guards was like telling him to wait to the door and go through here. Bro, somebody else opens the door. He literally grabs his notebook off the ground, runs out, jumps to his car, and speeds off.
I would do the same thing.
bro,
I would
and
have an interview, bro.
Bro, and I saw the whole thing happen, bro. And I was just like, bro, you just destroyed your chance of getting it. Like, yo, you drove all the way over here for the interview.
He destroyed it the minute he destroyed that door, honestly. So
Yeah,
I would
bro.
have dipped like him, honestly.
I mean, it's all recorded on video camera, so they would have pulled it up eventually anyway. Bro, I was like, I can't believe I saw this happen, bro.
Same thing. That's stupid.
Bro,
Yo,
that's
I
why
would-
whenever I go to BJ's, I always
I went there yesterday, actually.
go through the other door. Like, I always avoid that door. Like, who uses revolving doors anymore? Like, that's such an antiquated technology.
I do, I guess.
Nah, man. Revolving doors is like...
Well, no, they upgraded. It revolves on its own. It senses you, and then it starts moving.
Yeah, and then the sensor breaks, and then
yeah,
you're
that happened a lot
caught
of
in an
times.
eternal revolution of doors, bro. Like, I am good with that.
No, one time in the revolving doors, I had like a large drink, and I swiped my badge, and I went through, bro, and it jammed. And I I'm thinking it's gonna keep going, so I walked into the glass, and bro, the cup exploded on me. My large Coke. And I was like, bro, get the
Bro, I
heck
would have
out of
went
here.
home, bro. I would have been like, calling half day. Bro, by the way, that was shout out to Mazen. That was he gave me that poop story. My coworker. I think his handle's like WRX something
Oh,
on
he has
Instagram.
Subaru?
Huh?
He has Subaru?
Yeah, he got a
Bro,
Subaru.
he pooped in his Subaru. Come on, bro.
Yeah, he pooped
You're
in his
gonna
Subaru.
poop in your Subaru?
Bro, he had to
Come on,
clean
dude.
all that too, bro.
I hope you did, and I hope you used that little vacuum water pressure
That
one.
sucks out the liquid.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
I
dude.
need you to use that. If you didn't, go back and do that.
And you know what? Now I think about it, I think I actually drove his Subaru once. So I probably sat in his crap now that I think about it. So thanks for letting me know that ahead of time, bro. Really appreciate that.
Oh my God, man.
Oh man, poop stories can never go wrong with them. Oh, it's been a while. We should do a Florida man.
Yeah, we haven't done Florida Man in a while.
We don't have any pulled up, but I did post one. You could see it on the Patchy Beard's Instagram account and on Facebook. So stupid. Florida man is killed by his own. What are they called?
Cassowaries.
Cassowary. His own pet cassowary. If you guys don't know what a cassowary is,
It's like a
Google image search that.
It looks like a small ostrich. to
It's a modern day velociraptor, basically. It's
me. 6 feet tall, could be up to 300 pounds,
yeah, that thing
or like
is
100 and something pounds, something like
a
that.
vicious killer. It's I guess they're endangered, and they were labeled as the world's most dangerous bird. So of course a guy from Florida would think, "Oh, this is a great idea. Let me just take one captive."
But I think he fell, and then it attacked him, like peckered his head, or something like that.
Well, animals are animals. Like, they're gonna kill you one way, bro. Like, those people that raise tigers and lions and all those like wild animals, like, they got it coming to them one day. Like, all it takes is one slip up and you're gone. Like, people that raise bears too. Like, bears, like, they're vicious, dude. Like, that's the last animal I want to be
Bro.
killed by.
The guy who kept the bird, 75 years old.
Oh my god. So he died a horrible death then.
He slipped and he fell, right? He fell or something
No,
like
he said, well, the report says, that the bird just attacked him
Oh, it just attacked
repeatedly,
him.
and then he went to the hospital and died later from the injuries.
Those things can disembowel you with their freaking claws, bro. Saw a picture of
Yikes.
those claws, dude. That thing will rip your guts
They look
out of your
scary
stomach.
too, man.
Dude, heck yeah. Look at those eyes, bro. Those eyes are evil, dude. Those are reptile,
Bro,
cold-blooded eyes.
All right, so if y'all want to look up what the bird's called, it's called a cassowary.
I already.
If- For anybody listening, they kind of have like this giant hump on their head,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry, but it reminds me like early 2000s girls who used to do their hair like that. I know you guys know
A
what I'm
little
talking
bump.
about.
Bump.
It's like a bump
Bro, that
right
was a
here.
chonga style, bro. Bringing back with the chongas. And then they had the big hoop earrings with their names in the middle.
Oh
Dude,
gosh.
what? Oh my goodness, yo. Girls were ridiculous back in the days, man. That's
Oh my
hilarious.
god, it is hilarious.
What's the
dude.
most ridiculous look you guys ever had?
Personally,
When I wore double XL shirts, or
dude,
triple XL
same.
shirts, and I wore I remember wearing size 42 pants, like shorts,
Jeez.
and
man.
I would put the belt as tight as I could, and the pants would look like a falda, like my pants were coming out like that.
Yeah, to be fair, that was in style, and I don't know why, but everyone
was
was
trendy.
rocking the triple XL shirts when they, bro. In my case, I weigh like 90 pounds, dude. I'm rocking a shirt that's meant for like a 250-pound man.
I would
pants.
never wear it now.
Yeah, pants
Oh my
straight up
God.
like a dress, like he said.
I used to
And-
wear basketball shorts underneath.
Under-
my
that's what I was
jeans.
Yo,
about to say.
that was a thing, dude.
you
That
always
was-
had to
that
be
was
ready
a
to ball
thing.
up, man.
Bro. You always
matter
had
what.
to be ready, bro, and I was always ready.
I
for
never
that.
balled up. I just wore
In
them
high
just to show
school,
that I
man.
wore them.
In high school, we had uniforms. We had to wear like a polo.
I would wear
and
jean
cargos.
shorts under that anyway.
I
Yep,
did.
yep.
I used to wear my basketball shorts under that,
Heck
and we had
yeah.
lunchtime sports. We would play
Yeah,
lunchtime
dude.
sports. I'll take that off. I'd be in my ballers, bro. Next thing you know, hour of lunch is done. I have less than like a minute or two to get clean. Forget it, bro. I just put my pants back on.
Yeah, that's what you
Go
do.
into my next class, sweaty.
Yeah, you just
wearing
sit in
some
your- you just
khakis,
sit in your sweats.
and you can see like my butt sweats through my crack through the khakis
Yeah.
because you know you sitting down.
I did
the
it
whole
all the time, and my
Oh my
ballers were
God,
longer than
I
my
hated
shorts,
it.
so you could see my ballers coming out of the shorts.
Yeah,
I did that
nothing
for a
worse
long
than that.
time.
Like I did that too, balling up in lunch, and then you're sweaty and stinky the rest of the day.
I hate
Yeah.
it.
That's the worst.
And then you try to cover it up with the musk of Axe.
Oh my god, Axe is another thing too. Wow, this is nostalgic.
I know,
Freaking
man.
Axe, man. Especially that chocolate one.
Bro,
was
that
really
Oh
was-
my
popular
god,
for a
that's
while.
the
That-
worst one.
What are you
dude.
talking about?
That's
That was the
worst
best,
one. You
man.
love that one,
Bro,
That was the
it's
one.
just-
That was the only one I would ever wear.
all you smell in the locker room is just straight up ball sweat and
And
Axe. Because Axe don't do nothing but
And
but
ball
mix in
sweat
with that
always
sweat.
overpowered.
yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
Axe did nothing but musk.
Bruh, nothing smells worse than a kid
Guy's
coming
locker
into
room.
prepubescence and he don't know what deodorant is. Oh my god, dude, that's death, man. That's death, dude. And I go, bro, if I go one day without deodorant, like if there's ever a time where I leave my house and I'm without deodorant, like legit, I'll go home. Like I
For
cannot,
real?
For real?
bro. I cannot, bro. It bothers me so much that every time I go like this, I lift my hands even like 45 degrees and I get a whiff of it. I'm like,
You
oh
gotta-
my
you
god.
gotta try to keep your arms down.
Yes, yeah. In
Bro, I
scenarios that I
def-
can't go home, yeah, I'm like,
Bro, I definitely
Glued.
have a problem with like, I think it's just like my family. Like, bro, we have body odor. Like, our odor is strong, bro. Super strong. Like, bro, if it doesn't even matter, like, I could wear deodorant and it'll still overpower my
them
deodorant.
African genes in your
But that
family.
was before I figured out which deodorant actually like
Certain dry.
I found out there's antiperspirant
yeah,
and then there's deodorant.
Yeah.
They're
Yes.
two different
The
things.
antiperspirant, like sweat, like
It stops the sweating.
Stops the sweat.
But it doesn't give it a scent.
smell, yeah.
Yeah, deodorizer.
Gives
So
it
I just
scent.
use a deodorant, bro. I be sweating
Dude.
pits.
So
I be having pits.
I had that huge perspiration problem.
bro. We took dry salt together.
dry salt. That wasn't dry salt. It was certain dry.
Oh, certain dry. That's what it
Dude,
was.
my cousin, her name is Cookie. She recommended this like antiperspirant for me, and it's a roll on. It's like one of those like it has the ball, and then you gotta like shake it and then
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
stuff. Which I hated because like my hairs would get caught in it as I'm running. It's like
Ooh.
pulling hairs and stuff. Dude, it works, man.
It does.
And you only put it in once a day, or once every 24 hours, and you do not sweat. But here's the problem: once your body starts getting used to it and stuff, you stop sweating. But if you keep using it, you start
Starts-
getting a
it
rash.
starts burning your
It
skin.
starts burning. You don't sweat, but you're burning like crazy. Like, I could go to lunchtime sports, play, get like, all sweaty and stuff. My armpits will be dry as a desert, bro.
You should just put on your forehead too.
For real, right? So
Put on your balls, bro.
You should do that when you be preaching and stuff.
That's messed up, dude. That's messed up, bro. Dude, I don't know what it is, but when I preach, bro, it gets hot. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Then every time someone brings you napkins, you be like, nah,
I got
man.
certain dry.
Bro, that kind of sometimes bothers me.
When they just bring you
When
stuff.
they bring me stuff, because I'm like, bro, am I really sweating that much?
Yeah.
Bro, like, I'll be drenched, like my shirt, bro, like, is it I just finished playing football or basketball, legit. Like, my shirt will be drenched. Drenched, dude. I'm like, geez.
Yeah, because I imagine up there with the lights and everything, it must be as hot as it is in this room. And then you factor in the moving around and the animated motions.
Just breathing.
Yeah.
But nothing's worse than a girl who has sweat stains. Or like pit stains and stuff, or they actually smell like BO. Dude,
bro.
Nah,
I know
girls that
people
smell
like that,
BO?
bro.
Oof.
Nah,
I know people like that,
nothing's
dude.
worse
That's terrible.
Then when you can see a girl and she got that little mustache and you can see the perspiration on the mustache.
Oh.
That's a different story. That's
That's
terrible.
terrible. Or when a girl doesn't floss her teeth and she still got she has those food crevices. Somebody at my new job has that.
For real?
And I just stared at her mouth. Legit. I was like, oh my God.
What does she have in her mouth? Was it like a piece of chicken or something?
No. Like all the little gaps in her teeth were filled with like compacted food. Like this over and over and over and over.
How do you
and
not
over
feel
again.
that? That's like the popcorn kernel and Cheeto fingers thing.
You don't feel it. You just see it and you don't care.
Oh my gosh.
Like it's making me like
the
rub my
guy
teeth through that.
like the guy who's training me, bro, he has a problem with sunflower seeds.
Really?
Bro, they buy 2 bags of sunflower seeds,
Bro.
and they kill him every day.
Is he Hispanic?
2. Yeah, he's Hispanic. Bro, but that's not what bothers me. Dude, he would throw like 4 in his mouth.
Yeah.
He'll chew them up and he'll start spitting them out, bro. He'll have it here in his face. He'll have it on his forehead. He'll have it on his hands. He'll have it on his chest, right, bro? And he has it all over his desk. And I'm like, bro,
That's disgusting.
and his drawers are like, bro, his drawers are full of like little pieces of sunflower seeds I know were in his mouth because they're like in pieces. It's not like full things, bro. I found out on Friday that's gonna be my new desk.
Oh my God.
And today, bro, he
custodian.
today he had like a rotten, overripe banana in there. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, some people are like that. They just
And he ate it. He ate it,
Is
bro.
he white?
It was black. No, he's Hispanic. No,
Oh,
he's
man.
no.
What a shame.
But he's not Hispanic. He's New Yorican.
Oh well, he's half.
Like that's something else. Like there's
What
Puerto
a
Rican, there's
disgrace.
Dominicans, and then there's New Yoricans.
Yeah.
But they're like something else.
That reminds me of
Spanish
one of
is a
my
completely different
coworkers
one.
who an Indian fellow from the motherland, and he for some reason always had peanuts in his pockets.
What? Wait,
In
what
his-
type?
straight up in his pockets.
Like those Texas Roadhouse peanuts, the ones you got to crack, or like Planters peanuts?
They were more like planters, but bro, like
But like in a bag or
no,
just in his pocket.
straight.
Oh,
It,
God.
like he'd
that's
fill
like
his pockets
peanuts with
with
Bro, that's like
lint.
my grandpa. He would have like sucked on candies in his pocket, bro.
Yeah, and then he'd be
disgusting.
offering it to people like, "You want?"
Bro,
Like, nah, bro,
Don't get
I'm
me started
good,
on my
dog.
grandpa, papa.
It's all you. You can have that pocket, pocket peanut, bro. I'm good, bro.
My grandpa grew out his beard, but shaved his mustache and is white.
Yeah,
My grandpa looked like a straight up Muslim, bro.
he does. He does.
And pastor went up to him and said, "Bro, you're gonna go to Puerto Rico and you're not gonna make it because they're gonna detain you and they're gonna send you to Iraq or something. So you need to do something about that." And I said, "Yes, you do."
Jeez,
he always be making them jokes about the beards and Muslims.
No, bro, dude,
Bro,
my
when we
grandpa
went-
for real looked like it.
When we went to Panama, have we said that story?
Go ahead,
Which
say it.
I don't believe. Not on the podcast. No, I don't think so.
No.
Go ahead and say it.
Perfect opportunity. All right, so this is a side story, but it's gonna segue back into what we were talking about. So, me and Ulysses and Marlon. Oh, I'm sorry, Byron. We had the opportunity to go to Panama on a. It wasn't like a missions trip. It was
For a conference.
It was a conference
Yeah.
thing. And we went and we had a great time and everything. And in one of the services we went to, the preacher, he was preaching, you know, everything was on fire. And then there was somebody in front of me and Ulysses that
Behind.
It was behind us? Oh,
Yeah.
someone behind us. And that every time the preacher had said something, the guy just started screaming.
Hi, hi, hi.
Yeah,
Hi.
he was just screaming like that. Hi, hi. Just like that. And then
So, all right, bro. Take it easy.
yeah, I can't laugh. So when we get on the bus to go back to the hotel room, Ulysses was sitting in the back of the bus, like a seat in front of the last seat.
Uh-huh.
And then
Second to last.
Yeah, second to last seat, and I'm like kind of across Ulysses, and then he calls at me. He goes, "Hey, John, did you hear that guy during the service?" And I'm trying to give him that face, but he doesn't see me, so I'm trying to give him a face like, "Bro, no."
Don't
He's
say
like,
it. Don't say it.
Hey, that guy during the service going, "Hi, hi, hi," like that, and I was like, "Bro, he's sitting right behind you." And he was like, "Well, it reminded me of that one time where like this happened, et cetera, et cetera." But
You panicked?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call it panic, but it was just more like, oh, okay, I gotta shift this in my favor somehow.
yeah.
And
I mean, you
did the
didn't
best I
lie
could.
either.
No, I didn't. I tried to shift it away from that.
Yeah.
I tried
Did
the
he
best
say
I could.
anything?
Yeah, he mentioned the time in our old church that we heard some guys screaming in the back and they were making the same noise. They were
No,
like,
but did
"Oh."
he say something after? It was
No,
just
he had like
something?
No.
a defeated face on.
Yeah, he
was
had
like,
a ill
like he was embarrassed.
yeah.
like he just
Like I
looked
turned
down.
around, he was like,
Yeah,
I
that
was like,
same guy who did that though. when we got to the airport in Panama, we were like late because they detained him. He was growing out his beard, and then it was like a white beard and stuff. He's tan, and he I guess they detained him, stereotyping him for like a Muslim.
Bro,
and
and
stuff.
you remember what happened there too when that dude just randomly left his luggage there and he dipped.
Yeah, and all of us were looking at
We
it
were
like,
like, "Yo, what's going on?"
Yeah,
Like legit, he ran. Like he left his baggage in the
Yeah.
security check,
Dude, like
and he ran.
Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to say it. I'm gonna say it anyway, bro, because yo siempre estoy metiendo la pata. My wife's mom, she was on her flight back from Israel or something. Like, she was on a flight and some guy kept getting up and like standing in random parts of the plane, and he would just stand there. And they would tell him like, "Yo, sit down." And he had like a guitar, or he had like a bag or a guitar bag, something like that. And he would like move his bag from one compartment to another compartment.
Ooh,
And he would like move it to another compartment, move to another compartment. And he would just stand up and move. And people would be like, bro, like not only were the attendants telling him to sit down, but the passengers were also like, yo, sit down. Like, sit down, guy. And he wouldn't listen to nobody. The whole flight, bro, right?
wow.
They landed. The guy opened the emergency exit and jumped out and left his bag. And they were like, what? And nobody grabbed the bag. And like Patora, my wife's mom was like, yo, like move this bag out of here. Like, what is this bag doing here? So she picked up the bag, bro, and they started moving it. And they like, with everybody's help, they like passed it all the way to the front. They took it out. Cops chased the guy around the whole like airport, like, the little parking thing for the planes, bro. They detained him. Bro,
was that when they landed here or somewhere else?
it was somewhere. They stopped somewhere.
Oh my gosh! And what was in the bag? Did they ever find out? Or
I don't know. They told everybody to get off the plane. They had to wait, and then a couple hours later, they got back on the plane. That's crazy, bro.
jeez, bro.
I know she was freaking out about the trip
dude.
too.
She told my wife, and my wife was like that. She was like freaked out about it.
No,
Like, they were scared. I'd be scared too.
Bro, yo, what's going on? Look, bro, I was freaked out when that
Dude, I would punch. I would
get this crap
but I
outta
would
here,
punch
bro.
that guy in the face.
He straight up just left his bag.
I
and
would
started running.
legitimately attack that guy. Like, if I was scared in a situation like that, I'd be like, yo, you guys need to do something now, or I'm gonna do something right now. But I asked, like was
tell 'em
any
off.
U.S. like marshals there
Marshall,
or whatever?
they're supposed to be.
They're supposed to be. They're supposed to be two.
on a plane at all times, right?
Yeah, but from what I read, they're not supposed to identify themselves
Yeah.
until it is a real threat. Like, bro, they have to wait until it's like for real. Like when they're actually in the plane, because they're not supposed to reveal who they are. They're not supposed to reveal their identities.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, no, that's scary. That's like I'm a very observant person, and when it comes to that, like I'm watching everybody.
On a plane, I'm never
Yeah.
like that on a plane.
No, I'm watching everybody. If someone's like off the slightest, my eyes are set. my eyes are set. Like I pick up on everything, even if he looks the wrong. Like he blinks like at different times or something. He got a limp on his step.
Like, bro,
or
he's
something.
blinking wrong. He's blinking
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah,
His eyes
bro.
are blinking at the same
Straight
time.
up,
They're
bro.
blinking
We're in
one
a-
at a time.
We're in a metal tube going hundreds of miles an hour through
And
the
it's
sky.
compressed, like air pressure tight. That will
Yeah,
blow up.
anything happens, no one's surviving that. You're dead. Like anything happens to that plane, everyone you ever hear a plane crash? Oh, no, they all died. That's every time you hear that.
Not
Every
everybody.
time.
Harrison Ford crashed his private. He crashed a small plane on a golf course, and they were all fine
But that's a crash landing
in L.A.
right? Like an emergency
Yeah, that's
crash
true.
landing.
No. He lost control of the plane, and he like maneuvered it, like he MacGyvered it to where they crashed on a golf course.
Well, that's probably
And
because
they
it's a
just
small
sustained
plane.
They just sustained injuries.
Okay. That's probably because it's a small plane, because I feel like commercial airliners, like, is such a big object that any force, when it hits the ground, like, everything's blowing up immediately. That's how it always seems. But, yeah, no, so I'm always paying attention to strange activity like that, because I ain't playing around with that.
I'm not a fan of flying. I think I'd rather do a road trip than fly.
I feel like you have
Ideally.
more chance of dying on a road trip than you do on a plane.
You do flying.
statistically
Flying is the
speaking.
safest way to travel
Yeah,
for sure.
it is.
But-
It's just like, the difference is like, when you get an accident in a car, like, you can survive.
You can
Accident
survive
in a plane.
Yeah, he's less likely.
It's not looking
But also,
good.
like when you're driving, like everybody loves the feeling of control. Like especially in a situation where it's a life and death situation. Like if you're in a plane and they tell you we're like buckle up, be like just brace yourselves, we're gonna have a crash landing or something. Like you don't know what's going through your head or anything like that. Actually, Byron can back me up in this. The Impractical Jokers, they almost died in a plane crash.
Really? How?
Yeah, they were on their way somewhere and they had like a private jet, but it was a super small jet. And what was it? I forgot where they were going, but the whole trip they were joking around, messing with the pilots and stuff. They were gonna land on the runway, but they had to come back up because one of the wheels wasn't coming down. And it was such a small plane, they're going so fast. They're almost out of fuel, and they had one more chance to do it, and the wheel still wasn't coming down. And so the captain came back to them and he sat down with them and he told them, he's like, listen, so this is a situation, this is what's going on, the wheel won't go down, and we're gonna have to try to land this plane. Yeah. He was like, if the wheel doesn't come down this time around, you just gotta brace yourselves and be prepared for anything. And he was telling me, like, don't worry, I'm an experienced pilot. He's like,
Don't
oh, really?
worry, be happy.
Has this happened to you before? He's like, no, this is my first time. And they were like, oh my God. And he said they knew the pilot didn't know what he was doing because they're saying, what can we do to try to get the wheel down? He said the pilot literally started shaking the plane, like going like this to try to shake the plane to
Get out of here! I know that they say like most of the airplane crashes are from small planes like that, like those private jetliners.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, bro, I'm not scared of flying. I get scared because everybody else gets scared. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody talks about how they get so scared on planes. It's stuff like that makes me scared. But like I never get scared when I'm on a plane. I just think about everything that everybody's told me, and that makes me scared.
Yeah, for me, it's more just like the takeoff and the landing, because I feel like those are the most, violent parts of the flight.
Yeah.
Like anything could go wrong. So, and bro, you're going so fast in the takeoff, bro. You see like all the buildings, and you're like, oh God, please, like take off safely. And then when you're landing, oh my God, dude, you see the land coming towards you.
I know you're
Dude.
like, bro, you better do this right.
Do your job, please.
When I was when I was coming back from Texas, with my wife and my brother-in-law and everything, bro, on the way back, dude, there was so much turbulence, bro. And it wasn't like the bumps; it was like drops,
yeah,
like where you feel like you feel
Like you
like
feel it in your stomach
like
and stuff?
like that roller coaster feeling, bro. And my wife was losing it, and so was my brother-in-law, bro. He was like, and bro, and the whole time I was like, bro, I'm just gonna relax. I'm just gonna let it. And I remember I went limp, bro. I was in the chair and I was just like, I'm like, bro, I'm gonna stay relaxed. I'm gonna stay relaxed, but everything inside my body was like, what the hell is going on, bro? And the guy in front of me was playing He was
Switch?
playing Nintendo Switch Super Mario Bros. Bro, like unfazed by. I'm like, bro,
Probably travels
you're
a lot.
savage, dude.
When I went to New York, there was this guy on the subway just playing his Nintendo Switch like that out in the open. And I'm not from that area at all. I was born and raised in Florida. But in my head, I was like, man, I've heard so many stories about New York and subways. I was like, bro, I bet you everybody in this subway right now is thinking about taking his Switch and running. I was like, why am I thinking about taking his Switch
including
and running?
you?
I was like, what am I doing? I could be from New York and I don't even know it.
Bro, that's the worst. When you start thinking something, you're like, I think other people think what I'm thinking. Why am I thinking what I'm thinking other people are thinking?
In my head, I was like, man, this guy got Bluetooth earphones on right now. This guy got his Nintendo Switch out.
Oh, that's right.
He has his bag full of other tech stuff just laying on the floor. I'm like,
yeah, but is the guy big? Can you take him?
yeah.
You could take him?
I could
Oh,
take him.
man.
He probably
but
had
that's
a gun or something.
Yeah, but it depends. Like if you
Or
go
a
to
knife.
if you're on a train and you go from New York to New Jersey, that becomes grand theft. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah? Because
If you steal something and then you go to another state, it becomes like grand theft.
Hmm.
And you get charged even more. So think about that. Think about that.
I wouldn't do it, but the thought
If you
crossed
need money that bad, then yeah, I guess.
the thought crossed my mind.
I mean, I've seen videos of people legit on the subway. Dude brought his entire Xbox console and a TV.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And he was playing like 2K or something.
With
in
what
the
power
subway.
source?
What?
See, I
With
have-
what power source?
No idea, bro.
Probably have like outlets.
No
on
He
idea.
had
the
like
subway.
10,000 little portable batteries.
Probably. And I've seen that at fast food places too. I've seen it at a Wendy's. And you
In
always see it.
person?
Yeah. And you always see it at McDonald's. Always, bro. This McDonald's on OBT, bro, every time I used to go there at night, bro, some dude would legit bring his PC, like his desktop, with the tower, the monitor, everything, dude. And he's just there like,
Using the terrible guest Wi-Fi?
yes, bro. Yes. And then other times I've seen people like playing games there. I'm like, dude, like Fortnite and all that.
Jesus, bro.
Man, like times is tough for some people, I guess, man. Like,
Yo.
geez. Oh, real quick though, want to shout out my Orlando Magic.
Yeah,
Winning
bro.
game 1, man. DJ Augustine
Yeah.
with that dagger, man.
All right,
Yeah.
going to game 3.
Y'all thought we were gonna get swept, but that's right. Y'all Miami Heat fans gotta stay salty because your team's not in the playoffs and you gotta watch us win playoff games. Playoff games that Dwayne Wade could have won for his final season, but he ain't because your team suck. So enjoy us getting that W. And I'm going to enjoy game 3 on Friday, even though it's Good Friday and I
Game
should be at
3.
church. But I bought the tickets ahead of time and they were expensive. So I'm going to go to the game because I haven't been to a playoff game in like 7 years. So I'm just going to enjoy that. And I'll give God the rain check for Sunday.
I might be
But-
there.
Oh, really?
Maybe. We'll see.
All right.
It's during church.
Yeah, it's during. It's last 7. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy the heck out of that game. So I'm excited. And no, that's it. Just want to shout out my team real quick.
Hopefully they win game 2
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Hopefully, man. I'm
we'll
stoked
see.
for it.
We'll see. But I got one question of the day. It's an easy one.
Question of the day.
Would you rather take a guaranteed 100 grand or a 50-50 chance at $1 million?
Guaranteed 100 grand.
50-50.
You go 50-50
Yeah.
on
No.
$1 million?
Yeah, because even if I don't get it, I mean,
Is the 50-50
That's-
something you can something that depends on your control? Or is it just like
No, you just take- it's a 50-50
a lottery
chance.
ball or something?
It's just a 50-50 chance. Like either you're going to get it or you don't get it. It's 50-50 chance.
Guaranteed.
50-50. I'm going
I feel like
50-50.
if you got the guaranteed, like you always gotta go with the guaranteed. If it's
Bro, you have
'cause-
50% chance of
yeah,
winning.
but 100 grand versus 1 million, the 100 grand at 100% versus the 1 million at 50%. I feel like it's not worth it. If it was like
50% of $1
million.
million is 500.
If it was like anything more than 20 million, yes, I'll take that 50-50. But I feel like the
Really?
100 grand, yeah, you got to take the guaranteed 100 grand because I feel like you could do a lot with that 100 grand.
I mean, you
And-
can,
and
but it's a
make your
50-50
return
chance. I
on
mean,
that.
that's
That's
50%.
50%
You're going to be a
chance.
millionaire. 50%,
Yeah,
you're going to stay
50%
exactly who
chance.
you are.
Exactly.
Yeah, 50% chance that you don't get anything
50% chance
when
with
you
a-
could have gotten 100
Meatballs,
grand
whatever it's
guaranteed.
called, whatever it's called.
So I'm going to stick with the 100 grand because I feel like you could do a lot with that 100 grand. And
Nah, I'll blow that quick, bro. I need $1 million.
The the first 100 grand in my million is gonna be blown away, and then the rest.
Exactly.
Hold on.
I still got 900 million.
Yeah,
900,000. I'll be chilling, bro. I'll pay off everything immediately.
Bro.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that.
I think about that all the time. Like I think about if I became a millionaire, or not even when I become a millionaire. I'm like, bro, am I still gonna stay like this lifestyle, or am I just gonna lose
bougie
it? Like I'm gonna lose it. You just start buying cars, start buying like big old buildings and stuff.
I know we're out of time, but I went with my girl to go check out cars. We saw a 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback, bro.
Uh-huh.
It was beautiful. White. It was a white car, blacked out rims. We opened the inside, red lining,
futuristic and everything.
Bro, leather seats, everything. It looked like a Tesla on the inside.
What's the kicker?
The kicker. We opened the doors to the car. We sat in it. The guy from the dealership comes running outside. No. And we were like, whoa, is everything? He's like, I just sold this car. I just had it detailed. I'm like, please don't go inside. And I was like, bro, my fault, man. Like, you just have it sitting out here like it's like a model car.
Was it like a price?
Over 30.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, that sounds like fully loaded.
Yeah, I was fully loaded, bro.
The car we sat in, I was like over 30. Bro.
Dude, I talked to your girl about getting the car, and I was telling her, I was like, yo,
cars are expensive, man.
Buy a
We've been going to the used ones, and like we've been finding cool cars.
Go to off lease, bro.
Yeah, like new cars.
She actually checked that out.
New cars are expensive, bro.
Yeah,
I bought a
really
new car
expensive.
For the
year.
Go
bro, but I want to get a Jeep. I want to get a Jeep Cherokee, right? Fully loaded, bro. $50,000. But for that, I'll get a Mercedes.
Yeah, no, cars are ridiculous nowadays. Like I remember Mustangs, anyone can afford it, bro. Mustangs now be going for 50 grand.
Yeah,
dude.
bro. Like, the 5.0s, they're like, bro, like 30 something, 40,000.
Yeah, like starting at that
yes.
too. Yeah, it's ridiculous nowadays.
Too much money.
Muscle cars used to be the everyday man's car in America.
Now it is a Prius.
Now it's for now it's for the wealthy or like upper middle class at least and above, because dude, like
it's because those
cars like the Hellcat
work so hard.
Like, dude,
they work so hard to able to provide for their families in the future that they'll be able to afford that same car but the luxury version.
Well, they lost me on that.
Yeah, they did me too. I wanted to get a Mustang too, but I can't.
Yeah, man, I'm having withdrawals. I really miss my Mustang, but it's just not smart financially at all.
It's not, man.
It's really not, and gas has been going up too.
Yeah, but you could have got like a little bit more modern, like a later year. Not a Mustang, but like any other car.
They need like an eco-friendly Mustang.
Yeah, I know, not a Mustang, but I have options. It's just I miss my Mustang, but I also miss my 350Z. Honestly. Like I'd buy one of those again. It was just
also selling this 370.
It's just hard to find a good one though. I don't want a 370, whatever. And plus it's automatic. No offense, I don't like automatic, but yeah, 350Z. Like I would buy one, but it's just really hard to find. They're like the new Honda Civics because they're so cheap, and all the kids be buying them and wrecking them. So they kind of ruined that.
I told
car.
your girl to get a Honda Civic.
He's trying to go one.
No, my girl.
No, his girl.
Oh, bro, used, bro. You gotta go used, man.
She set her mind on the Mazda.
Really? Why?
And that's where, and I'm gonna say this for
she
everyone
really liked
to
her last
hear.
One?
And I'm gonna say this
her
so
first
everybody
car was
can
a
hear.
Mazda Protege. Then she got a Mazda 3,
thing.
and then she was in love with her Mazda.
When it comes to
3,
Japanese cars, there's so many other better options.
It's not even that. Just because she just now narrowed her down to that make, she's gonna spend way more money.
More money than she
getting
has
a Mazda than she would get any other car. Yeah. I made that mistake,
bro.
I'm saying that for everybody to hear. Your girl's gonna pay way more money. She's gonna get.
She's not gonna get a new house or anything. She at least wants the same car she just had, and like we found cars that are like around the price of the car.
But
she
it's
used
not
to
a Mazda.
Have.
It's not a Mazda.
No, it is the Mazda, like the one she used to have and stuff. But
not
like,
worth it though.
No, it's just like at that moment we don't have the money to
Dude,
get it.
Your girl should get a Prius, bro.
She should just get a car that she could pay off.
You
like,
should also get
a year.
a Prius.
Dude, I need a water car that runs on water.
Like no, like legit. I really don't like Priuses
or
that much. I really don't like Priuses.
I hate
But
them.
yo, I'm this close.
Hey,
legit,
man.
I'm this close to getting it, bro.
Just get a car, like an electric car, that takes gasoline to like a hybrid.
Yeah.
Bro, they charge when you brake. because the friction that you create when you brake charges the battery.
Bro, one tank lasts a week and a half.
Man.
2 weeks.
Bro, that points hand in traffic, zoom, 20%, zoom, 25, zoom. Braking every time.
At the cost of your man card, but hey, you know, who cares
Bro,
about that?
I'll sacrifice for my
You know what,
my
bro?
man for that,
I used to think like that, but okay, whatever. Look at my Prius and say that I'm an idiot, but come to my house. Come to the house that I know you can't afford.
Nah, for me, it's more like
Straight up. I'll say that to anybody. Not my actual house right now. But you know what? I even say, and it's not even a pride thing or anything. I know a lot of people can't even afford that.
yeah.
But they want their expensive cars.
Yeah.
They want their lavish lifestyle of
that's-
going out to eat every single day.
that's
but
why-
they're never gonna have what I got. They're never gonna have what Elisa's got because they're not able to make those sacrifices.
That's
Just
why
saying.
I got a brand new car, but I was glad I got a base model. Just because for one of the reasons
You'll pay it off quicker.
Yeah, I live so far.
Plus, it's not a sports car, so it doesn't matter if it's a base
not-
model or not.
Yeah.
But and then the gas is so cheap, man. I love it. Like $20 lasts me the whole week, and
Yeah.
sometimes a little more, depending on how far I travel and stuff,
Yeah, and you need that.
bro. And then I love the gas in my car, but I hate my car. I hate driving it, but the gas makes it worth it.
Yeah, I'm of the same sentiment as Matt as far as like you have to have priorities. Like people want all these nice cars and stuff, and you may look down on people, and you may see me pull up in my janky 2000 Honda Civic with the worn out paint, and the passenger window won't stay up anymore, so I have to tape it. But
Oh my God.
I didn't know that.
but come to my house though.
Exactly.
Come to my house though, and you'll see why
Exactly.
I'm driving that janky thing because I made
Exactly.
smart financial decisions.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
I'm leaving the
Exactly.
I'm leaving the fun stuff for later, but
Yeah.
the fun stuff will come. And I just want to say the people at Kindred that sell homes at Kindred, screw y'all. Y'all suck. Y'all terrible. Y'all have the worst customer service. They look down upon us just because we were old, just because of the way we were dressed, just because of probably the car we came in. They didn't give us any information. They didn't. They weren't very receptive to us. They weren't very welcoming. They made offhanded remarks to us, giving us attitude. And you know what? And then she's like talking about, oh, why don't you get a townhome, this and that. And then we're like, no, personally, for us, that's not what we were looking for. And she's like, oh, but why not? Why not? And then she got all offended and stuff.
I mean, I have a townhouse too, but it's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody. So you know what? Like, man, some days I just feel like driving over there and just be like,
Look at my new house.
jangling my house keys, be like,
It's going on YouTube, bro.
So, yeah, screw y'all. I've been saying I'm gonna leave a terrible Yelp review, but who has time for Yelp reviews? But
Yeah, when we
Bro,
got a
you're
podcast.
getting old if you're going to do a Yelp
Yeah.
review. Come on, bro. But, all right, on that rant.
With
that
that
being
being
said,
said, Patchy beers.
we were not animated with that at all.
We weren't.
let's do it again.
All right, let's do it again.
3, 2, 1.
With that being said,
The Patchy Beards are out.
We're 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 out.